what episode it doesn't matter what episode of the Mainly Golf Show this is. We did not get the Rock at WrestleMania. We didn't, but we did get Rory McIlroy winning the Grand Slam. Man, we're gonna start off because we've not
Woo!
mentioned it yet. Do you want to pass on your thanks to? Apparently, he's going to be knighted in New Year's honours list. He's going to win the BBC Sports
Fucking
Personality of the Year.
Irish. Not even fucking British.
I know.
Like,
Northern Irish.
well,
Do you want
he'll
to pass
play for
on
the
your thanks
Olympics
to
for us, does
Grant?
he? If he's going to be Sir Rory, he has to represent us in the fucking Olympics. He can't go fucking.
Wait, Thomas, represent us. We in
Yes,
the Olympics.
Jacob, us. He can't go to that fucking LAN gun running bastards, can he?
You got to watch those post offices around 1919. Marv, you must be happy for Rory at some point. In some internal perspective, you've got to be happy he's kind of slayed the dragon.
No. Look, we all look. It's back to the age-old argument. He had the game. He had the talent. Could he put it together? Could he not get in his own way? Could he? You know, he tried to give it away. He hit one amazing shot and then one truly awful shot. One amazing shot, one truly awful shot, and he got over the line. And I suppose
was it 13 when he chipped into the water? Like what the fuck?
R5 laid up.
Yeah.
Like,
And
what the fuck was that?
Yeah, as you say, in time, people will just remember that he won. But whether that goes on and spurs him on to more majors this year, I ain't sold on that. Let's be honest. Every journalist is. They think he's just going to go and win everything for the rest of the year now, but.
I mean, he is flying. Like, I don't know if you saw it in interviews at Zurich. You probably didn't, but
no,
that man is absolutely like walking on the clouds. Like there is that monkey on his back was so heavy, and he's just and Quail Hollow is like his place. Like I would not be surprised if he
Slam baby.
is top two Quail Hollow. Like he's not going to win all four. Like don't do anything ridiculous. Like he's not going to get free, but. He could easily be top two Quail Hollow, like, and then, imagine if he wins the first three and then to complete the Grand Slam, it's in Portrush in his hometown, or in Northern Ireland, not his hometown,
but if you remember, he's got demons there. When Shane won there in 2018, when he beat Tommy, Ron actually missed the cut. Roy was the hometown guy. He was favourite to win the Open. I think he shot an opening round 78. He came back on round two and shot like 4 or 5 under. He still missed the cut by a shot. And you think he's a Northern Irishman. It's the first Open in Northern Ireland for I think 30, 40 years. He just fucked off.
Yeah.
No, let's stay around and help the tournament or they do a bit of Sky. No. So he has been. And I get where you're coming from, Marv. He's shown almost like brat-like tendencies, right? He's spat his dummy out, and not welcoming Bryson after the US Open was terrible form, and even after. Did you watch the interview? The soundbite went round with Bryson going, "He didn't speak to me all day." Yeah, don't know. He didn't speak to me.
Right,
What was the 1 minute interview? Bryson's actually quite complimentary about it, going, "Yep." He didn't speak to me all day. Roy was in his zone. He had to do what he had to do his thing. So I'm happy for him. Great champion, blah, blah, blah. He came on Twitter, said, I'm happy to be in that position. Didn't go my world today. So happy for Rory. Great champion. Congratulations. Big difference. And that still, especially there's a lot of American fans that we see in some of our social posts, still don't like him. Whatever he does, they won't like him. Don't know how from a PR perspective, how he wins them over. Or were you going to say, Marv? There are just some like characters in life, and he can play the panto villain.
Generally, Rory just like the person. I wouldn't say I'm a fan, but I'm not against him. But I just think it's part of that. The media has built Rory up to a point where I just don't think he's delivered enough. So for me, he's still got especially the 10-year drought. Like, look, if he goes on and wins another on 2 majors this year, and in the next 2-3 years wins 4 or 5, then it's like, yeah, he's actually done what he should have done over a career. But I just think the detail that, rightly or wrongly, I might be interpreting it wrong. They were going on about Rory's wedge game at the Masters. Yeah, it was obviously statistics-wise good, but for me, he was one of the best drivers all week. Now, when he's putting himself in that position, he's not hitting long irons into the same holes.
Pitching wedge.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So
round,
we've always said when Rory's wedge game is off, he can't compete because it's that bad. So when he has a week when it's on, because his driver's always putting him in that spot as well. So let's see if he keeps on with the driver and keeps making it easier than everybody else, then that's for me. If the driver drops off.
But he still makes those stupid mistakes. Like we were mentioning on Friday at the Zurich when I think on the 17th he chipped it long of the green. And literally, that the one place you couldn't go where that pin was, right at the back of the green on Friday, and he chips it over into the drop-off area. And it's those mistakes that will get him now and again. And yeah, he's always going to have that lost 10 years where he should have delivered more than he did. But fair play on him getting the Grand Slam. Like, I was rooting for him this year. Like 2 years ago, I wasn't rooting for him at all. But this year, yeah, I'm very glad he did it, and fair play to him. Like, but yeah, there's still going to always be that lost 10 years where he should have delivered more than he has.
You could just put more pressure. I don't want to put more pressure on him, but you could put more pressure on him. And say, look, you've got the career Grand Slam, Rory. Now nothing's holding you back. So if he doesn't go and win another major, you know what I mean? Then parking what he's done now, really, he should continue. So go on then, Rory. Go and prove it now that you've got the monkey off your back.
And I think he will. I can see him. He might not win them, but he will compete for, I'd say, 3 of the next 6.
Well, he's still going to have a lot of top 5 finishes in majors, for sure.
But where do you put him, Marv, as sort of like best European golfer of all time?
All time.
Seve? Make Faldo?
See, Faldo's got more majors. And then
I'm not necessarily somebody that tries to compare eras, but
Epis.
Look, I'll say this. By the time Rory finishes his career, he's obviously got a very good chance of being the best European golfer ever at the end of his career. I don't know where I could put him right now.
So is he like 2? Is he 2 majors behind Faldo?
I think Faldo's got 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. Sevi had less, but Sevi is a different golfer. I think Sevi's a bit like Mickelson, right? He kind of he got people interested. He inspired people as opposed to.
He was a bit of a Faldo was just down the middle on the green stuff. Sevi
bit of
was
a grinder, wasn't he, Faldo?
Yeah.
Very steady.
Yes, Sevi was just wayward and hit it wherever, but I'll still get it on the green and make a birdie. Doesn't matter where I'm coming. Ignoring that 100 years ago but in the modern day, and I say modern day from 56 onwards, when golf was a bit more of a global game. Yeah.
Would you say is there a better loser in golf than Justin Rose?
I feel really sorry for him because I feel like he didn't want to block Rory's Grand Slam, but obviously he wanted to win the Masters.
It was the same. It was the same when Sergio won the Masters, right? The two with the final 2 ball, Sergio and Rose.
I think it was the same.
Sergio had a big following there at Augusta. I think Rose was World number 1 at the time. So in 2017, and he lost out in a playoff there as well, didn't he? Am I being stupid?
Yeah, he lost to Sergio, and I think he was the same. But it was either Rose missed the putt that Sergio made on him, or Rory made the same putt that Sergio made to beat him. It's like,
yeah. He didn't storm off. There's no whining.
No,
the press conference afterwards, he goes, fair play to Rory, great ambassador for European golf. Happy to be in these positions. He said something like, I always remember, was it Matt Asauer said in like, look, in order to live, you've got to be willing to die. And Rose said something like, in order to be in these positions, you've got to be able to take heartache, which I thought was very poignant for a man who's just come so close to winning the first ever green jacket. But there's so much humility in him. It's just. Yeah.
I did wonder if that's it when they were making their way back to the tee on the playoff hole. Is it bear in mind the person that Justin Rose is? You wouldn't expect him to do anything to try and put Rory off, but at the end of the day,
they're both fucking ruthless.
Do you know what I mean? Like, really gone up to him and gone, fucking hell, Rory, what are we doing in a playoff, you shit bastard? Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't believe you didn't win it. Just because.
You know, Nicholson would.
Well, but that's it.
Oh my God, you should be like drinking champagne now, shouldn't you, Rory?
Yeah,
anyway, tee off.
Like,
your lead.
Yeah, I feel like if I was Rose, I'd feel bad of like I've got to let McIlroy win this because it's McIlroy going for the Grand Slam, but it's also I want to win the green jacket. I want to come to the Masters for the next 40 years of my life and have unlimited membership. So, but it's my Ryder Cup teammate that I know how bad he's needed this, but yeah, obviously you're still trying to win, but yeah.
I do genuinely believe. No, I do genuinely believe that it was just the way it fell because obviously Rose hit first into 18.
Great drive as well. And then force Rory to you've got to go.
Yeah, it forced. Yeah, exactly. If it had been the other way around, if Rory had gone first, would he? Like on the 18th hole in regulation, Rory just had to make a par, but there was no like he didn't have to hit it inside someone else's shot. So it just the way it works that it made Rory go for that shot maybe in the playoff and he pulled it off as opposed if other way around. So
it's weird. I think everything like obviously backing him twice in running, I just felt the start of the line for him. Like it's weird how you get these vibes and
yeah, it was his year.
Nobody got anywhere near him on the leaderboard. This is what I've said all from the last 12 months. When Rory wins tournaments, nobody goes past him and goes above him. There's no run from Scheffler. Bryson made there was a 2-shot swing right at holes 2 and
Bryson's
3.
from like 3 tournaments in a row now being Sunday leader. Like in his
Bryson was I think if you saw like the stats, Bryson's stats from I think the greens in regulation or the second shot basically it was awful. His iron game was awful all week and he still managed to scramble and drive brilliantly.
Yeah,
but nobody put any pressure on. Right, Rory was 4 shots clear after the 10th, and he's ended up in a playoff.
Yeah, putting it on himself. Like, and he lost the lead. Like he was behind Rose at one point on that back
bogeyed he had the 15, didn't he? He birdied 15, 16, but he's coming there. He double bogeys the first. He has a 4-shot lead with 8 to go and ends up in a playoff. Martha, if he doesn't win that tournament, I think he could be finished. I'm watching it with the father-in-law, obviously, very big Willie, very stoic Irishman. He said, if he doesn't win this is going to a play because he should retire. He won't be able to show his face again. He's embarrassing.
He did it.
No nonsense from
Willie.
Willie.
As you say, it probably was. I suppose I don't know. The US Open was just. In theory, yeah, it has to be the worst because he's had 4 clear with 8 to play. Never mind the US Open last year and missing a shot put. It was still only a shot put in a playoff. He could have still lost a playoff. It's not like he'd given it. Yeah, you say it would only have been even like how worse can you make it, Rory? Like, but as you say, I think at the end of the day, back to the point of no one putting any pressure on. Rory shot over par in round 4 of the Masters and still won the tournament. You know, as you say, it was his end of the day. It's just his year, and
when fate's on your side, there's not a lot you can do about it. But never mind. Well, anyway, congratulations to Sir Rory McIlroy, soon to be. And I'm sure Marv will be.
Well, isn't Lewis
accordingly.
Hamilton knighted? So I guess
he is. Yeah.
Yeah, Rory. I mean, sounds to Cook's knighted, right? Like, Rory's going to get knighted for the Grand Slam, obviously.
He was 3-1 to be sports person of the year. Could not believe the price.
Yeah.
I don't know what price he is now, but I think he wins it. And speaking of winning it, I don't know idea who wins this week. Marvin Hep will tell you Scotty Scheffler should be winning the.
Whoa.
Can I just say it? Marvin Hep said he should be. You said he's the best player since Tiger. You said he's better than Tiger. He should be beating these fucking idiots, should he?
That was last year, wasn't it?
Oh, wow.
I had to get some.
Did it for about 15 years.
To get some listeners in week 2. I had to have a hot take.
Just a 1 year wonder.
Yeah, get those
one pump
people
chump a bit like Mr. Hep.
The subscribers.
All 7 of them. And it's a CJ Cup, the Byron Nelson. They're in Texas this week. Scotty Scheffler is a very strong favourite to finally win on tour this season. He's not quite as dry as Rory's 10-year spell, but it will feel like that for the world number 1. Marv, we're saying just a lump on Scotty in his home state.
Yes, he was 3-1 at the beginning of the week. He seems to have shortened into 11-4. You could maybe get 3-1 on an outright market only. I struggle with the fact that even though the tournament is probably not a good tournament because it's a low-scoring event, it probably won't be very penal to. There's even average players are going to shoot very low. So yeah, Scotty's not going to shoot 40 under for 4 rounds. Obviously not. But at 11-4, possibly 3-1 an outright market. Does he win this tournament? At least 1 in 4. I don't know. To me, I'm happy to take the risk this week because I generally think he will be putting for birdie from 12 to 15 foot on every hole, at least.
It's a bit like with Scotty, right? Where if Rory's pitching wedge game or short iron game is on, he's going to play well. He's going to be unplayable. If Scotty turns and puts, he's unplayable, isn't he? Because he will have those rounds where he shoots 61, 62, 63, and he leapfrogs so many players. Because he's even on the bad rounds, he's still shooting 4 or 5 under.
Now I haven't analysed it in terms of what the par 5s are like. Is it a case of if there's 4 par 5s, that's 16 under for the week automatically? Do you know what I mean? It's crazy because
more or less, you can almost expect him to be there 58 feet.
Or is it at least 12? 3 of the 4 every round, birdie, automatic 12 under. Right, what can you do on the par 5s, par 3s, etc.? Do I like it? No, not a massive, but I just think I'm going to keep it simple this week. Keep it simple, stick with Scheffler.
If you look at the next 5 on the board, Spieth, Im, and Burns, Pendriff, I'm not scared of any of them. Like
jobbers.
Go on, Ed.
No, I'm just going to repeat myself, basically.
All I would say is if Scotty had won at least once this year, I don't think he'd be the price he is. I genuinely think he could have been going off far, far shorter. I think maybe the bookies have just pushed him out, see if they can get what they can get from him. Will it tempt people? Will it tempt a fish-in like me? Yes. So there we go. That's me for the week.
All on Scotty.
10-point win, Scotty Scheffler.
10-point win, Scotty.
Right, you mentioned about Rory. Are you in a bit of a drought yourself in terms of golf tips, or am I imagining that?
I had a few places. I don't think I had anything on the Masters because I was straight win only on Bryson.
None of us have had a winner yet this year.
That was a bit unlucky, to be fair.
But Marv is in profit, I think. Although he did miss the first 6 weeks for no reason. But
I know. I could have picked I could have picked a winner in those 6 weeks as well.
Yeah, you were -1 point until the Masters, and now you're -11. But...
Get it back this week.
Heb, your thoughts this week for the CJ Cup?
Yeah, I'm not going to go Scotty. Until he wins this year, I'm not going to back him at like threes. I've sort of Marv alluded to is a bit of a easy course that opens the field for quite a lot of players. I think my main bet is going to be Rio Hisatune at 55s, 8 places.
Okay.
He was the Japanese star.
Star, you don't know who he is.
I know he was in the he was in the second to last group last week where they were teed off with Novak and stuff, but fell away. They had a poor Sunday.
He's a prodigy, this boy.
Yeah, but like last 5 tournaments, he's been T4, T47, T5, T18, T18, 55s. I think he's well placed for a place and has been playing well at 55-1. So I'm going to have 3 points each way on him as sort of my main bet of the week.
Raging, because I've already packed him as well.
Yoink.
You can't surprise him. You backed him for me.
Yeah. That's where I get my picks from. The bets you send me to put on for you.
He's a really, really good player. So he won.
Class.
He's been pushed out. He won the French Open 18 months ago. The French Open is a really tough course, really tight. He had 4 rounds in the 60s, and he played really well in that last round. Good.
Yeah. Does his partner him and his partner they're like 22 years old or whatever? Like, was it Catania or something?
I've put him up a few weeks ago, and they've also got Nakajima, who I think a lot of finished twice already this year on the DP World Tour. They've got some good players coming through. The Japanese lads did struggle on Sunday, but Ben Griffin was pretty clutch for his team, him and Andrew Novak. I think he's a good price at 33s. We've got 3 points each way. Ben Griffin, didn't really like him, but he holds some unbelievable putts over the weekend. So, but as you said, fair play to them. They deserved it. They played really well.
Novak
3 points each way.
Novak
Griffin. And, we'll spread a point each way on Kevin Yu, 55s. Who, me? Yeah, you. And Michael Howe, 55s. Both are in the top 20 in terms of ball striking and strokes gained. Strokes gained and greens of regulation, even.
How many places are those two?
They're 10 places.
All your bets.
So
everyone 10 places.
All 10 places. So 3 points, Griffin, 33s. He'll have the bounce factor. I mean, it won't be as high as, we know how big a tournament the Zurich Classic of New Orleans is, because when fucking Rory and Shane won it last year, it was like they just come home from climbing Everest. So I'm hoping Ben Griffin gets the same type of reception this week. The Byron Nelson.
Press will be all over him.
And then a point each way on Kevin Yu. In terms of the stats, when I was looking at these players in terms of ball striking and strokes gained, the other players to mention, because one of these will do well, and I won't have put them up. Hisatsune.
That's my pick.
Andrew, I'm mentioning them, I'm not putting them up. Andrew Putnam and Brian Garner. There's a couple more that ticked both boxes, but I thought they were quite short. But Siwoo Kim's got a great record right there, but I think he's 28 is skinny enough.
He's a TCP player though, isn't he? Which is pretty sure it's a TPC course. So.
What does TCP mean? What?
Is that the Pete Dye? I don't know.
Look at this fucking golf course.
Called TPC Craig Ranch. The TPC course is designed by the same person.
I don't know.
I know it stands for the players' course. I think
it's
just a group of I don't. As you say, there's got to be some reason they're all part of the same brand or for whatever.
Yeah, exactly. My other picks. So I'm going to hedge on the Scotty win. I'm going to go 2 point. I'm going to go to my forecast markets.
What is this nonsense?
2 points on Scotty over Stefan Jaeger at 110s. That's my long shot on the forecasts, and just to hedge on Scotty a little bit, and then really down the board for places, one each way on my favourite Camilo Vegas at 450 to 1 with 12 places. That's 90 to 1 to come in the top 12, which is about 10% of the field. So, Camilo, he seems to pop up now and again. He cashed for us early on in the season. I'm just hoping.
Oh, you didn't cash for early on in the season. You didn't tip him up. You just backed him.
Yeah, that counts.
You didn't cash for us. The listers were up, would they?
Oh, sorry, the listers. But just bet Camilo every fucking week. Anytime he gets down to like 500 to 1, 12 places. Like,
Heps had a sniff at Barman's apron tonight, Marvin.
He played at Zurich. He had fucking Luke Donald to drag around the course when he carried that team to a missed cut. So
Captain Donald to you, dickhead.
He fucking wishes.
So confirm your picks again for us, please.
What each way on Camillo at 400s, 2 points on Scotty over Jaeger at 110s, and 3 each way on Hisatune at 55s.
Such an eclectic group of tips for.
That's 3 winners right there. Place.
Technically, you can't get 3 winners. Well, I suppose you can. You got this forecast on 3rd and 4th. Yeah, Hep's got the first 4 home. Might as well Willie Mullins to the Grand National. Marv, just 10-point Scheffler.
Yeah, 10-point Scheffler, 11 to 4. I have just checked. The TPC stands for the Tournament Players Club. It's a chain of public and private golf courses operated by the PGA Tour.
Yeah. I think the Pete died.
And knowledge is the bomb. And for me, again, it's 3 points each way Ben Griffin and 1 point each way on Kevin, you, and Michael Hui, both at 55s. We have been the Main League Golf Show. We'll be back hopefully more regularly thereafter. We've got a Tiger Woods special up our sleeve, because even though Hep says Scotty Scheffler's a better golfer than Tiger in his prime, I think the fucking stats say otherwise. So you won't get Tiger going fucking Norton's 8 on the season after winning. What is he just won? Scotty won 2 majors.
Lifetime.
Yeah, fucking go. You know what I mean?
How many did Tiger win?
It's all about majors, Hep.
How many did Tiger win?
Who?
Tiger. How many majors did he win?
15.
Yeah, that's a lot. Okay, fair enough. But he's playing against scrubs.
They're basically wanking over Rory McIlroy. Oh my God, Rory's the greatest of all time. 5 majors.
Tiger only won 2 players. I suppose Scotty's already got 2 players. So.
Yeah, he was playing against a lot of jabronis, though, wasn't he?
He's playing against pro players, wasn't he?
Fucking Sunday League.
This pelted him. The fucking Tiger. Give me the fucking ball.
Everyone else had the fucking club still.
Right, Hep's talking absolute nonsense, so it's best to sign off there. We'll be back next week to have a look at the Hep. Where are we next week?
The truest.
What used to be the
truest?
You truest.
What used to be the Quail Hollow? No.
Yes.
Yeah, it was the Wells Fargo, but they can't play Quail.
The Wells Fargo and early pick to the US Open.
We're off to
He's
the
talking
Philadelphia
nonsense.
Cricket Club. No, it's facts. We're off to the cricket club in Philadelphia to play golf, apparently. How does that work?
6 and out for Mr. Hep. Mav's off to bed and I'm off shortly afterwards. Ta-ra!